Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So as you can tell from the title of this video, it's going to be something slightly different than what I usually do on the channel. So I'm going to be talking about why I sold my retro video game collection, and I'm just going to give some general updates as to what's going on with the channel right now. Okay, so first and foremost, why I sold my retro video game collection. Well, honestly, I just love playing retro video games. And unlike a lot of other art forms, I believe that video games shouldn't be sitting on a shelf. It's one of the reasons I was never really interested in collecting sealed games. And I found that focusing so much on collecting old high value games was starting to impact my passion for actually playing these games, and that's not at all what I want. I'm a gamer, not a collector. Now on top of this, I was doing a lot of reselling and flipping on eBay, and the retro game market right now is pretty crazy, as you know. Some older games go for stupid amounts of money, which is pretty frustrating if you don't care about the monetary value and you just want to play the game. So that whole industry of kind of flipping games was not something I really wanted to support anymore. So another big reason I sold my retro collection is most companies are actively trying to put iconic retro titles on modern consoles. I love my Nintendo Switch, and I have the latest PlayStation and the latest Xbox, and I would rather play any of these retro games on those consoles. They tend to look a lot better, and honestly, it's just way less of a hassle than dealing with the old CRT TVs. It's much more convenient to just turn on the console and be able to play it on my HD TV setup. And honestly, I'm not enough of a purist that I care about playing the game on the original hardware. As long as it's close enough, I'm cool with it. And I'm a big supporter of emulation for the games that aren't really in the works for being ported to modern consoles. The modern consoles are also way easier for me to get footage from in order to make the videos for the channel that I love to do. Trying to get video footage from an old console is an absolute nightmare in comparison to the modern ones. Now, we didn't sell 100% of our collection. I do still have a few of my iconic kind of sentimental titles, a couple of those old Pokemon games, some Zeldas, some Final Fantasies, things like that. But we did sell the bulk of it, probably about 90%. Now, I want to give a shout out to TND Video Games here in Ottawa. If you are in the region, definitely check them out. They're located inside a flea market in Stittsville. They're open every Sunday. They made the selling process for me an absolute breeze. When it comes to selling a couple hundred video games at a time, piecing them out individually is a massive pain, and honestly, I didn't want to deal with that headache. They gave me a really fair offer considering the market value of these games and how much of a burden it was for me to get rid of them individually, so it just made more sense to give it to them to deal with. I'm going to be showing some pictures of kind of what we got rid of and also some of the things I decided to keep. So now I want to give some general updates about the channel. So when I started this channel, my whole goal was to talk about games that I'm passionate about, and I wanted to be able to give away a copy of each of the video games I talk about in case one of my viewers wanted to be able to play it for themselves. Now, of course, after selling about 90% of my retro video game collection, I'm not going to be able to do giveaways on every single video. What I also found is on the lower value games, the games that were like $20 or under, most people didn't really care about the giveaways. If they wanted the game, they would just go pick it up themselves. So I thought it was a cool idea to kind of give them away, but it just didn't seem like something people were too interested in. With that being said, if I do have a game where I have an extra copy of it, I have a few in the future coming up, and they're titles that are actually worth giving away, they have some monetary value and they're a little bit hard to find, then I will still be doing giveaways. It's just not going to be an every video type of thing anymore. I also found that the obligation of giving away a game every single video was kind of limiting the content I was able to make. Sometimes I would want to talk about a game and I wouldn't be able to because I wouldn't have the copy to give away. So I don't want the giveaways to hinder the content that I'm making in any way. The channel just passed 250 subscribers, which I'm really stoked about. I did not expect to get to that milestone that fast, so I'm really excited about the future of the channel. With that being said, if you have been keeping up since the beginning, you'll notice that recently, over the past month or two, my videos have been a little less frequent than they were before. There's a lot of factors to that. I was just finishing up my semester in college, which was a bit of a burden, but on top of that, I unfortunately got COVID a couple weeks ago, and that totally wrecked me. You still might be hearing it in my voice in this video. I do have some absolutely banger retrospectives in the works right now, so make sure you stay tuned for those. My hope is in the future I could do a video at a minimum of every 2 weeks, but that long form content is pretty time consuming to make. It takes a lot of work, and I like to be able to give my best effort with it. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give a quick little update and talk about selling that collection and why I chose to do it. And I want to say thank you all for watching this video and keeping up with the channel. It means a lot to me. Be sure to keep an eye out for a video hopefully later this week, and I'll see you in the next one.